Good morning, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your What's Cracking reading. Firstly, I want to say a huge thank you for those who've supported me, for all the new people on board. Thank you for joining me, and for those coming over from TikTok, hello. It's lovely to have you here. I've just really enjoyed doing these sessions for you, but TikTok, oh, you got my heart. If you are interested in a personal reading with me, doing life coaching, or joining us for classes, please check all the box below. If you're unsure of anything, I'm more than happy for you to email me and ask. There's the microphone. And if you want to, you can whip over to the Aussie Goddess Facebook page and like the page, which means you can come and join us when we have mini card reads, which I do, of course, free. And we've got one on this Saturday. So it's on at 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. I only stay on for an hour, but I get a lot of readings done in that time. So please try to join me. Also, I have a tarot class on the 17th of April, which I am now taking bookings for. We're about half full. I don't like to have a lot of people in those groups because I like you to be able to participate and read with each other, and you know, I do a little bit of reading on there too. So 17th of April, flick me an email if you're interested in doing that class. All right, what else? We are going to use the Rider-Waite Tarot for your reading today. And I think that's it. I don't think there's anything more, but you know, sometimes there is. Okay, let's see what's going on in the What's Cracking world today. Now, I've got the deck upside down. Oh, good. I was going to say, oh, don't tell me I've got reversals. I like to start with no reversals. I think if Spirit wants to turn around, they can. I can always pick up on the energies. I don't need to worry. I can do it without the deck, if you like. Just a little bit more visual with the deck. Nine of Swords talks about, wow, I sort of get this the last few days. Talks about sleepless nights, demons. Things coming to haunt you in your dreams, things that you're thinking about that you can't seem to slow your thinking down for. This is sort of anxiety, nighttime anxiety, worrying about something, troubled about something. Oh, okay, all right. There's a real strong energy here that you feel that you have to defend yourself about something, and it's obviously something that's playing its way through your nighttime sleeps or in your dreams. There is something you're feeling like you have to defend yourself against. And there is here this energy of feeling sort of locked in by something, feeling confined by somebody, feeling confined by something, feeling like you have to defend yourself. There is some sort of situation here you feel like you're locked into. Wow, okay, Nine of Wands too. There's like this energy of a repeating pattern here, but you feel like you're locked into something. It's like you're trying to find a way out of something here. It could be dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo here, but there's a feeling that something's not right here. Either you're fighting for something, fighting for your independence, it feels like. But something here you feel you cannot escape from. And I feel when I see the Nine of Wands here, there's some sort of pattern. This could be a husband or partner here as well. Okay, the Queen, you need to take the Queen of Swords energy on here. That makes a whole lot of sense to me. All right, so the Queen of Swords is a person who is outspoken. She's not scared to say what she wants to say. She won't put up with anything she doesn't want to put up with. This is a person that is prepared to cut ties if she has to. All right, let's have a look. Wow, okay, so we have the Queen of Pentacles coming up. So very strong Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy coming through with the King and Queen. So I could be talking about husband and wife here, or partners. There's a very strong feeling here that somebody, I'm looking at her pentacle there. So it could be that you're fighting for some sort of financial control. You may be fighting for some sort of financial independence. She's very focused on that pentacle. So that says to me you may be worried about perhaps your material world. Let's have a look and see where we're going with this one. Yep, there's movement away from a situation here with this Six of Swords, and lessons learned, I might add. All right, Seven of Pentacles coming through with the Sun. Oh, I'm loving this energy. Loving this energy. Something you're moving away from here that has kept you trapped in some sort of cycle. You've trapped yourself in some sort of energy here. But when I see the Sun, I feel, wow, that's fantastic. You're seeing something that you've been doing, some sort of situation you've been in, and you're moving away from that. I feel like this Seven of Pentacles for me is this energy of trying to work through perhaps some of your insecurities. There's sort of this energy of, you know, planting seeds for the future, but also this energy of really looking at what you want in your future now. Maybe you're learning lessons where you're letting go of things, and now you're deciding, what do I want in my future? Where do I want to go? What sort of things do I want to see? Because I feel like here you've sort of come to some sort of conclusion here about what you want to have in your life. Like you're starting to really understand your purpose, your passion. And I feel that you are moving away from things here once your lessons are learned. You know, there may have been this energy in the past where perhaps you tolerated or you put up with things because you felt it was the right thing to do. But I feel like here you're looking at your future here, and there's some sort of decision here to do things in a very different way in the future. Nice reading. But you're moving away from things now, and you're moving towards this. This is enlightenment. This is the sun shining. Perhaps you're finding that you're seeing things a lot more easily than you did before. It's that whole idea of observing, not absorbing. You know, if you're an empath, perhaps you've always put up with things before, but when the sun comes through, it sort of sheds light on what you've been doing in the past. And I feel like this is why you're getting that Nine of Wands coming up. Perhaps there are things you've done in a certain way in the past that you're now reviewing. You're reviewing and you're saying, I don't want to do these in my future. I want to plant these seeds here because these are the things I want in my life. Something's come under scrutiny here. And I feel like you've closed out a cycle. And we've been talking about this cycle for ages because people kept saying to me, when is this cycle going to finish? I'm like, when our lessons have been learned. And they've been learned. There is some sort of energy of enlightenment or awakening here with this Sun card. All right, so we have the Seven of Swords. Somebody's tiptoeing quietly away there. Page of Swords coming through with the Eight of Swords. All swords energy here. So I guess a lot of you may be very much in your head or up in your head now. Perhaps that you've understood something about yourself. You've understood something about how to move forward here. But there's very much this energy that you've had somebody around you that's helped you to learn this lesson. You may have done your own research here. You may have gone researching something. But I figure here with this Eight of Swords that you are definitely in your head at the moment thinking about how to do things differently from here on inwards. All right, so no more. Look, what a great story. No more. I don't want any more. I don't want any more of that. Don't offer me that. It's not what I want anymore. You know, some of you may have been in a work situation here. Some of you may be in a work situation because of this, the Pentacles that are here. And maybe you've been treated in a way in your work situation that really has not served you. You won't do it anymore because the cycle's completed. You've learned the lessons here. Okay, so we have the Empress. Lovely. Beautiful. Standing in your power. Okay, Five of Wands coming through. There is a little bit of fear here though. All right. We've got, if you've got to make changes, if you're faced with making changes because you've been doing a certain pattern for a long time and you've got to make changes, sometimes this sort of energy of conflict will come through. So we're looking at you having some sort of sleepless nights. You may be decision making here. Something you feel that you've been fighting against or fighting for. I feel like for some of you, maybe you're scared of speaking up because you don't want to lose your job. Maybe you fear losing money, because I can see fear in this card. So there may be something you're putting up with here because you are scared of losing your stability. And it might be why this is sort of focusing on this pentacle as well. So you could be in some sort of situation, and maybe you're staying in a relationship, a marriage, or some sort of situation because you're fearing that if you walk away, you will not have your material support anymore. It doesn't matter though, your mind's made up here. Your mind is made up to go. So even though the fears are evident, even though you are fearing something here, I don't think you want to put up with this behavior anymore. I think you're pretty willing now to move away. This sort of, for me today, sort of, it's almost like somebody's stealing from you here in this energy today. So it's like somebody stealing your ideas or your thoughts. You could be dealing with someone who wants to take some sort of ownership over you here. That's how it feels. Someone's trying to have an ownership over you. I feel like you've been in a cycle here with this Nine of Wands. So maybe you've been through this before and you're starting to recognize the pattern. So you're no longer sort of looking at this in a certain way. Now you're going, okay, I see what I do now. I see what I do and I know how I do it, and I'm not going to do it again. For some of you, this could be a work situation, no doubt about it. But whatever it is, you're cutting it away here, and quite rapidly here as well. So there's something you're cutting out. You may be cutting communication with somebody here. You may be cutting out communication. This could be a family member that you've been dealing with. Whoever this person is, they've been trying to, the energy of trying to steal from you. So it may be financial for some of you. Let me just get into this energy a bit more, because the Seven of Swords is a card that comes over differently all the time, and it's a card that can be quite positive but also quite negative, and it's very negative today. Okay, all right, there you go. Wow, and there's the Nine of Wands again. Somebody is trying to control a situation with the Magician here. Somebody is trying to either control you or make you feel less than. This person is stealing from you, but they're stealing your integrity, your dignity. These swords here all, to me, look like somebody is stealing vital parts of who you are. This person could be a little bit manipulative, maybe a lot manipulative. And maybe you've dealt with this in the past. Maybe this person's been doing this for many years, but you're starting to see it now. Maybe you've done this with different people, but there's this energy of defending yourself here. But what I want to say is the Nine, so you're close to finishing out this cycle. But you've got somebody around you who's quite manipulative, I want to say. But for some of you, this is a work situation. For some of you, it could be friends or family. Somebody is stealing parts of you away, or you're giving your parts to someone. Maybe you're not realizing that you're doing that. And maybe you're starting to see what you do now. But sometimes we sort of, like I said, we absorb. We just go in. If you're empathic, you will just go in and you will just love people unconditionally. But people don't always love you back the same way. We have the Spirit Whisperer coming through here, which is card, Divine Guidance and Higher Knowing, card number 3. This is a big message from Spirit here. The Spirit Whisperer. As an ally, the Spirit Whisperer comes to you heralding the miraculous and inspired. She whispers guidance from the divine through your higher senses so that you can hear her wisdom and know her love for you. She is committed to helping you intuit the next right action and steers you away from trouble. Oh my goodness. The Spirit Whisperer keeps you inspired to move forward, always knowing just in time the correct next step. She guides you to fulfill your highest purpose. When she appears, it's a sign of inspired ideas that with continual action lead to success. That's a very good omen. If your question is about a relationship, the Spirit Whisperer speaks of soul connections, past lives, and greater learning through mutual mirroring. She will whisper how long, how short, how deep, and how sweet the relationship can be. There were soul bargains made even before you both were born here, and an exploration is in order. You may move forward, but keep listening to the Spirit Whisperer for the lessons that the vulnerability of love brings. Hooly dooly, that definitely deserves a hooly dooly this morning. I love it. So I guess there's some sort of lessons you need to learn here. The other thing that comes across very, very strongly is the mirroring, because we forget sometimes when other people are doing things that we may be mirroring their actions, or we may need to learn from their actions, which is awesome. So whatever you're doing here, whatever this situation is, don't forget you may have things to learn from this, even if it is only understanding about absorbing, not observing. But some sort of lessons you need to take away. This person is here, or this job is here, or this situation is here to teach you about yourself. Have a great day.